Hello, what's up, Highwire? This is the Yelp Police show. It's basically Fashion Police sans Joan Rivers. I can never be Joan Rivers, but she is a queen, a goddess. RIP, miss her. But it's for Yelp reviews. And I am joined tonight with two phenomenal guests. First is one of my dear friends who I met figure skating in Sacred Heart University in Bridgeport, Connecticut, AKA the City of Dreams. She is now going to PA school and is going to probably be helping the world make it a better place. Welcome, Kristen LaHaze. What up, Kristen? Yes.
Hey, glad to be here.
Love the music. And now our second guest she resides in Dallas, Texas. She is one of the funniest people I know. I had the privilege of being on an improv team with her. And also she graced us during quarantine, mid-pandemic, when we were all so low, and she shared all the crazy shit that she bought on Amazon and why she no longer uses it. Here, Lucy Falls, join the virtual stage, girl.
Hey, here's one of the things I bought that I don't use.
Right. Yes, I love it. Have you used it? Is that a Peloton or is that a?
No, it's not a Peloton. No.
Oh no, I think Lucy may be. Lucy is frozen for a second. She'll join us in.
It is just a regular bike, and then you have to put your phone up on the thingy so that you can do the Peloton. I don't use it. My husband bought it, and he hasn't used it in 3 or 4 months. So it's just sitting here for decoration, I guess. I don't know why we have it.
Amazing. Well, before we get started with the Yelp reviews, I wanted to ask you guys, what's your experience with Yelp reviews? Have you guys ever written a Yelp review? Have you read a Yelp review? What do you like? What do you don't like? Just share a little something.
My experience always is I feel like people who write Yelp reviews who are trying to get shows on the Food Network. It would be fine to just be like, hey, I went here and the food was really good. We waited for a while, but they gave us a free dessert. I think that's fine. But I think when people start to get really wordy, as we walked in, the ambiance felt, they're really they're trying to get on Food Network and everyone's trying to get a show and then be verified. It's just a whole class system and a whole thing. So I think they go a little far, but I think you can have a lot of fun with them. So
I would say that I use Yelp reviews to figure out where not to go. I definitely do a quick little search if it's somewhere where I'm it could be hit or miss. And as soon as you see those real low reviews, I'm all right, I'll skip it, moving on.
But someone's still going to give Olive Garden a 5-star review. So you kind of have to take them with a grain of salt because someone out there is still going to give a 5-star. So you have to be okay, what are you, and then they're going to go to the best restaurant in town and be this was awful, it's 2 stars. And you're then you look at what they've reviewed, because I think that's very telling. Mm-hmm. And, they rated a Kroger down the street a 5. I don't know. So it's.
Oh, I am 100% with you. There are some people that take the Yelp reviews so seriously. I think they're trying to get free kickbacks from the restaurants or the Krogers or the gas stations, the 7-Eleven. They're trying to be influencers for these places. I think They're trying to be a micro influencer. But I do think it's what I enjoy most about these Yelp reviews is the attention to detail that they feel extremely necessary to share. And that's kind of how I go about choosing the Yelp reviews for this show. So I'm gonna share my screen because I got some fun Yelp reviews for us. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Okay, so this first one is a Boston-based place. So Kristen, we're going to be looking to you to see if you have on the ground boots experience. Right. So Meisha went to Wahlburgers. So, So she rated it 3 out of 5 stars. I feel like this place aims to create a family-friendly vibe that pays homage to the Wahlberg family. The walls and ceilings are painted with the names of Boston landmarks and career highlights for Mark and Donnie. If only the food were as on point as the bright light decor, then this place would have gotten 5 stars. Burger, in quotations, is in the name, so I decided I had to try one in some form. I wasn't really in the mood for a lot of bread, so I got a BBQ bacon wall bowl, which was basically a salad with the BBQ bacon burger and toppings, a strawberry frap, and at the cashier's suggestion, between the tots, sweet potato tots, fries, and onion rings. We ordered at the counter, but I later noticed that they offered table service as well. The food arrived relatively quickly, and we dug in. Others at the table ordered the Sloppy Joe and the special summer bacon burger. My salad was okay. I've tried burger salads before, and this one lacked what those had: seasoning. It seemed that this salad needed more ingredients or a better dressing to tie it all together. Or perhaps the patty should have just been placed on top for the customer to cut up, because the few large pieces of cheeseburger looked like a little sad mixed into the lettuce. The onion rings were seasoned, but they were cut so thin that the batter didn't stay on well. The frap was pretty good. My husband loves the Sloppy Joe and sweet potato tots at this place, and both were just all right to me. I doubt I would look to eat here if I see one of their locations during my travels. However, I was glad to see this option in my old stomping ground in Dorchester. And then she shared some nice photos of, I think, the wall bowl and the Sloppy Joe burger. So after reading this, what are your initial thoughts? Because I have a lot, but we'll go
Well, no bread, please.
Yes.
No bread.
Yes.
But please, I need a milkshake, fries, tater tot, onion rings, all of that, but no bread, because I'm trying to eat light. I don't know why you would. I think that if you're going to a famous burger place, you owe it. You need to get a burger. Like,
yes.
So I think that you've already messed up your experience by doing that, because I think that a place that makes burgers, they designed their hamburger to be eaten as a burger, and so it's supposed to be eaten with the whole thing in mind. So yeah, you're gonna lack some of it. But I'll also say that non-seasoned hamburger meat is a big complaint of mine as well when I get hamburgers. So I can hear her on that, but I'm still like, you should have just gotten a burger so you'd really be able to know what you're experiencing.
Yeah. And like, before I just throw it over to you, Kristen, like this order, like, is one of those people that like goes to like, they get a Big Mac, 20-piece nuggets, a super size me fries, and then they're like, but I'm gonna get a Diet Coke. Like they're like, just if you're gonna do it, just do it big. Like do it right. Do it like how Mark and Donnie would want you to do it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's just me. Granted, I know some people say like Coke and Diet Coke taste completely different, which like I understand. That's a whole. We could go on an hour conversation on that alone. But Kristen, what are your thoughts?
I want to say my mind goes immediately to the Wahlburgers in Fenway, and that's my experience just in my personal life. But in Fenway, they're competing with Tasty Burger right across the street. So my thought is she comparing this to her Tasty Burger experience, which is like your average, like 2 a.m., I need a burger and fries after I'm feeling a little tipsy at a Sox game. Like, is she going off of like that as a comparison, or like what is her like, what's her standard here? I'm not sure. And I don't know. I mean, I think that Wahlburgers definitely is a bit of a trophy for Mark and Donnie. So I feel her there, but I'm curious where her taste normally is just day to day. I don't know what Jacksonville, Florida has for burgers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah. And like, I also like, I just don't think a salad mixed with a chocolate strawberry frap, like there's just a lot going on. I think like salads are such okay, I'm going to hate on salads for a second, but they're such like, they're deceitful. Like you think that you're getting something like quote unquote healthy, but like I think she's better off like getting the burger. Just like get it. I don't know. And it would have tasted
Well,
better.
we have like a famous fried chicken place here called Babe's Fried Chicken. And if you go to Babe's Fried Chicken, you're gonna get fried chicken. So it'd be like if someone was like, "Well, I went to Babe's and I got the grilled chicken and it wasn't good." It's like, I know that's not what we make. That's not. It's like going to some Mexican food restaurant and being like, "Well, I got chicken nuggets, but they weren't good." Like, of course they weren't good. You should have gotten Mexican food. So.
I 100% agree.
And I'm also just going to throw it out there. I don't know how good I'm expecting the Wahlburgers burger to be. I think it's just a little destination that we're going to go to because it's fun and because we've seen it on TV. I don't know how good I'm expecting that burger to be. I'm going to find something. I'm going to go find a hole in the wall if I'm going to go for a burger. That's just me.
Yes. I'm with you there. Yeah, I think if I were scrolling through Yelp and I saw this review, I would definitely still check out Wahlburgers. Like, I'd be like, you know what? I'm interested
in the Sloppy Joe, though. If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm interested in the Sloppy Joe item because that's something I would be very interested in. Because that's something you don't see on menus very often, and that might be something that would have been good. So I would have been interested to know how the Sloppy Joe was.
Hell yeah. We'll reach out to her husband to see what his Yelp review is on the Sloppy Joe.
How many reviews? Let's just look at how many reviews Maisha has done. She's got a lot of reviews.
Yeah.
This is really a part of her personality.
Love it. Okay. Here is review number 2. And I have been to this place. So this place is in Miami, Florida. It's a restaurant called Tequila Chica's. Kristen, have either of you been to South Beach, Miami? Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. If you do go, I honestly enjoyed it. It was a good time. My mom really liked it. So, if Cheryl likes it, if she gets my mom's stamp of approval, it's good to go.
Yeah, if Cheryl likes it, I'm all in.
100%. There is no choice. We live by the matriarch. So Laura P is from Mesa, Arizona. She's given this place a 1-star review. Cinco de Mayo disaster. Never again. My family had just returned from a cruise and wanted to check out the other side of South Beach. We popped in here to dodge the raindrops. The service was absolutely terrible. We had Jiren. She's throwing names. She's throwing names as a server. It took 30 minutes to get our drinks, and then they brought my husband the wrong one. 15 minutes later, he finally got his first beer, in parentheses, 45 minutes total. At that time, both my husband and brother asked for a second beer that took an additional 30 minutes to get to our table. The runners brought us the wrong food order 3 times, and then when our chips and salsa finally came out, they neglected to add the trio to it of guacamole and cilantro sour cream. People were bussing our own tables and going to the bar to grab drinks of their own. It was that bad. Several people just walked out of frustration. When we flagged down our waiter to get our waiter, he waved us off and just kept walking. That was completely uncalled for and disrespectful. When we had finally had enough, I asked for our bill. Then my brother asked for the bill. Then my sister-in-law asked. When the bill finally came, it was outrageous. I asked to speak to the manager. She tried to brush me off too. When I finally got a chance to talk to her, I was very pissed. She said to me, "Calm down, honey. Number 1, I am not your honey. And number 2, I am rightfully pissed off. Don't tell me to calm down. Maybe if you manage your restaurant better, you wouldn't have so many mad patrons." It turned out that we got the wrong bill. I'm sure the person that got mine was happy to get $30 cheaper. The manager adjusted our bill, I paid it, and we left. They should be happy that we didn't just walk out after being served like people directly behind us did. We ran into them at the airport. What? We ran into them at the airport the next morning and all agreed, never again. This was the worst service I have ever experienced. I wouldn't recommend this place if it was the last on earth. And then some very bad photos. Great for dodging raindrops, nothing else. Looking out from covered patio area. Okay, so this was a trip. Initial thoughts.
Ooh, this girl holds grudges.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know that if you get in a fight with this girl, she's going to remember she documents. I'm sure she has a notepad on her at all times. She's writing down notes. She's got a timer all the time. She knows exactly how long it took. She was ready to go with that. So I don't know. This is a hard one to fight. I know these people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. I think all of us have been, and I've worked in food service. I think all of us have been in a situation where you get really bad service, and a lot of us have been servers before, and we all know what that's like to go through those days when literally nothing's working.
Yeah.
From what I know though of people in Miami, I just have a feeling that they were just like so over this woman that's why they were just like, okay, just calm down and go back to your cruise ship. If you don't like it, like listen, this is Miami and this is how it is, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. If they're right outside a cruise ship, they get slammed. They're getting plenty of business. Four people walking out is not going to hurt them. And I just don't quite believe Laura's whole story here. I don't quite believe it. I don't quite believe that she was brushed off. I don't quite believe that someone said, calm down, honey. I just don't believe all of this because I've been in food service before, and most of the time you try to make things right. I don't believe that no one apologized. I just don't believe it. And so I think she just wanted to, be a and it, like, this is gonna happen, I wish there had been a response. I love it when the restaurants respond.
Yeah, I do. I love when that happens. This didn't have a response because I was also curious. I didn't read the last couple sentences before screenshotting this. Because I don't believe that they ran into the people at the airport and that they were equally as mad, like that mad a day later. Like, I don't believe it.
She's also from Mesa, Arizona. Let's just also think about what's in Mesa, Arizona. Retirees are in Mesa, Arizona. And that is a far cry from Miami, Florida. That is just a little bit more laid back and be like, just calm down. But, she's very angry about that guacamole and cilantro sour cream.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's one of those people that, like, when you're texting, if like you're in a fight, like she will leave you on red. If you haven't responded, she's like checking to see if you're looking at Instagram or liking Instagram. Like she is like,
she's checking your grammar too. She's gonna correct your grammar also.
Oh yes, yeah. And then God forbid you correct her grammar, because then she'll come at you and say, "Don't be telling me what to do, honey."
Laura doesn't play. I wonder if Laura's wearing a mask right now. Something's telling me she's not. Something tells me Laura is just not sure about this vaccination thing. I'm speculating, but it's just I bet there's a bunch of American flags all over Laura's house.
Yes. I mean,
I'm just speculating. I don't know Laura P. from Mesa, Arizona. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
About what life is like with her husband.
Yeah. Laura P., if you're out there listening, let us know. Slide into our DMs. Give us a photo of you wearing a mask.
I want to see what your stance is on vaccines right now.
Yeah. Okay. Love Laura.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Good one. Yeah, we love Bucky.
Yeah. So
I agree.
Yeah, so Lucy, this one I picked out just for you. Okay. So Robert G gave Buc-ee's 5-star rating, and this was in 2021. Okay. I'm going to take another look at this one. Buc-ee's in Texas City, Texas. I'm going to raise its rating from 4 to 5 stars. So he originally rated, and now he's coming back. That's how passionate he is. Mm-hmm. How is it that I'm raising its rating from 4 to 5 stars when I haven't and probably wouldn't purchase fuel here? I'm doing so for a couple reasons. First, Buc-ee's has added a new covered fuel pump island with many more pumps. So when they used to have one massive fuel pump island, they now have 2. The reason I would not put their fuel in my car is because I don't know if it's top tier gasoline or not. I suppose I could look that up. However, fuel is more favorably priced in this neck of the woods, and at Buc-ee's, it's even more discounted. Forget Costco. Here you can pull up and use a myriad of credit cards. I want to dive into that later. And if you want to buy something for the stomach or for the road, it's much easier to step inside than it is to go through the grind of making your way to Costco's front door. Second, Second, the convenience store at Buc-ee's is easily the size of a larger supermarket and maybe bigger. It is bright, spacious, and comfortable inside and has distinct zones for snacks, drinks, nuts, brisket, and meats, candy, fudge, clothing, outdoor necessities, sporting goods, auto accessories, souvenirs, sandwiches, and on and on. The impulse buyer could drop some serious coin in here. Curb those impulses. The fudge is sort of expensive, as in, where am I? Mackinac Island? You can probably find some don't mess with Texas trinkets. I'm not so sure you can find some my daughter and my money go to Texas trinkets, i.e. bumper stickers or coffee mugs, though I only dropped in to buy some candy, nuts, and a soft drink to keep in the console. The soft drink selection is amazing and cheap. The coffee bar has endless choices of flavors, creamers, and condiments, and is also nicely priced. Their world-famous restrooms make for a good chuckle. There is goofy stuff for sale on the walls and on the way into the restroom, and the number of stalls can make you think you're looking down in enfilade at the Chateau at Versailles. Buc-ee's is located along I-45 between Houston and Galveston. I always thought it was right across the water from Galveston Island and thus closer to Galveston. It's not. It's immediately south of League City, making it a far-flung fixture of the Houston metro area. Note that the personnel here is very friendly and they just look to the heavens as people are taking photos. They know that it's all too common for wide-eyed tourists and par for the course. Don't miss the kitsch Texan experience. Your exit south of League City is Holland Drive. And then here's some photos of Buc-ee's. So Lucy, our Buc-ee's extraordinaire.
Okay, Buc-ee's is a religion in Texas. And if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, please, this is a place, unlike Wahlburgers, if you go to Texas and you can go, and you even need to go a little out of your way to go to Buc-ee's, or if you're on the highway and you see it, please stop. It is an experience. It is as big as they're saying. It's as big as a grocery store. It is so clean. They have everything you need. Did you lose your luggage? You can buy clothing there. You can buy coolers there. Depending on what part of Texas you're in, like let's say you're down near Austin and you're going to go tubing, you can buy inner tubes. Are you, somewhere else where there's campgrounds, you can buy camping equipment. You can buy tents. You can buy literally anything. They have more snacks, and they don't just have like convenience store snacks. They have Texas-made food items. So you can get like if there's like a cannery that's close by. I mean, they sell like local stuff in there. It's amazing. They have barbecue. They have fudge. They have it is beef so jerky. Perfect. Beef jerky.
A ton of beef jerky. I had my first beef jerky at a Buc-ee's.
Yes. And they have these things called beaver nuggets. And the best way I can describe beaver nuggets are like kind of the consistency of a cheese ball puff, but sweet. Then it kind of tastes like Captain Crunch. So it's kind of like a caramely, sweet, kind of salt. I can't even explain them, but they come in these huge bags. They're called beaver nuggets.
Literally huge.
It's the best. And they have the cleanest bathrooms, and they're safe, and the people who work there are lovely. So please, it is, if you've heard the hype, it is all true. It's the best. And you can always find a gas pump because all of them have 2 islands. Most of them do. It's easy to get gas. I don't know that I would compare going into Buc-ee's to Costco. Like, I don't know if I was like, oh, should we go to Costco or Buc-ee's for convenience? No. I think I'd always choose Buc-ee's over Costco for convenience. Yeah. But it is an experience unlike any other. And you need to take a picture with the beaver and get a shirt or a hat or something. Yes, it's all true. It's all true.
Yep, it's a Texas experience. Kristen, are you taking it in?
I'm taking it in.
You brought Buc-ee's experience.
I mean, Caroline, you've been to Versailles. Would you say the bathrooms are similar?
I have been to Versailles and I've never seen the comparison, but
okay.
True. Literally, like, Kristen, like, and I'm a germaphobe. I went into this bathroom and, like, truly I needed the soundtrack of, like, the God, like the because truly that's what it felt like. And I was with Christine. We were taking a road trip, Christine and Eric, to Arkansas, and Christine was like, Caroline, like, you're gonna lose your shit. Like, bad bathroom pun, but, like, she was like, you're gonna lose it. And I was like, yeah, I lost it. I was like, I would sleep on the floor there. That's how clean it was.
They have someone who works in the bathroom. They have people who that's their job, is to stand in the bathroom and keep it clean. So it's not like, oh, did you look at the door and, oh, they came in like 30 minutes ago. No, there's a bathroom attendant in there that keeps it clean. If you have to change your baby, which I have had to travel with a young baby where I had to change diapers and it's a nightmare. Not at Buc-ee's. It is absolutely every bit of true. The hype is real.
I love it. Okay, so we have like 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you each like the shortest Yelp review that you could give on this experience now, on the spot. 2-3 words. What would you say this experience is? What's your rating of the Yelp Police show? And you can be saucy. I don't know.
Mind-blowing, punctual, and I would 10 out of 10 return.
Amazing. Lucy, you froze. What is it?
Oh, sorry, I froze. I said I would give it a 5-star review. Would recommend. We'll be back.
Hell yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Kristen and Lucy. You guys are the best. Thank you, Highwire, for joining us on this journey. And we're gonna bring it back to Millie so she can keep this 2 hours of Highwire shows rolling for you guys. Thank you so much.